Them they say we the win, them say we go lose. So see the fool. As I they try, them say they go stop my shine. Oh, see the fool. Them say I don't love cattle, I don't love people. See the fool. If you know I be game, you go play. Oh, see the fool. Willie Speed, we some guy one single. Some people go tell say them no like oh, but me I go tell my story, yeah. From Africa straight to America, oh. Them they say we the win, them say we go lose, oh. See the fool, oh. As I they try, them say they go stop my shine, oh. See the fool, oh. Them say I they love cattle, I they love people. See the fool, oh. If you know I be game, you go play, oh. See the fool, oh. Them say we no fit to make 'em. See today we make 'em. Nah, you know we stop me. God already bless me. Say me a try with my people, we be like that, oh. You know, if you step in every way, nothing in my shadow, my shadow.
So them how we started from the 1990s. Shabba ranking and more the one thing. And a joking thing, ninja man super casting. My king, girl, I saw the thing begin. When I made love the raga, 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 raga. Fire here from no one go see you can curse this border. You can curse this border. African dancehall, Shatta Wale makes white and dark. None of you can break this wall. You no call your squad, if you call my squad. Same thing lyrically, we ready if you are. Every time I bring it ready for bag and every time I bring it ready for bag and Bumbo clap at a ranking. Chat it, him a the damn thing. Same way the Maya ranting. Don't forget ready. Some boy have this that ready. Coming up complain no betting. And a good thing man a bad boy. Step on the mic, everybody see the Star Wars. You never heard about me from Ghana. Ask your boy. I'm gonna tell you say man I'm hard boy. I'm say one. Hey, we come to educate and two times some of them be something emulate. With lyrics then we come to eradicate from your time past and past. Say mama, I know I mama. So we are gonna get go from this house. Afghanistan, come check out. Watch me now, hey mama. So we are gonna stop right to the life. Be strong, mama, be strong. Mama, me never will leave you alone. So when me pass, me I go buy a gun, buy a car. For you and me little sister Diana. Fly your band to us straight to America. Get you everything your heart desire now. Buy you a S-Class, one day you want to leave in a penthouse. Mama, you know say me not do that. Believe me, I will do that. It's Shatta Wale. Mama, it's a crazy world. I will surely take you there. Now fret, mama, don't fear. I will never lose it. Tell me I will soon prove this. Remember the good like champion when you put on me neck and say, say mama, I know how you feel mama. So we are gonna get out from this house. Afghanistan, come check out. Watch me now, yeah mama. So you are gonna stop crying, you are gonna laugh. Be strong mama, be strong. Mama, me never gonna leave you alone. Champion, champion, yeah. It is my new fight, champion. Move and them never know. Later we go baptize you. The holy water from Kilimanjaro. I know them I wish, but no more. You see me come chale to water. I know can beg you to be my supporter. You don't know say basket, no fi carry water. We rise straight to the T.O.P. I got my license from the COP. You must know say we blessed by G.O.P. If you try me, chale, I will be O.P. I know say nobody go talk, but give me a talk every
everybody know say. I know say nobody go talk, but give me a talk, everybody know say. When we know they, I don't know they, them no go feel black my way. Still, I'm that time we do this when you feel, man. Do this when you play part, but what's one day when I real hot step out, everybody know. I don't feel vicious, we don't know crime, but them say we suspicious. Even at the parents and the kush and the liquor, business things when the money them reach us. Tell them you say, Shatta Wale, never come to play, never come to play. Say, never stay. Now I'm going to burn again. Girl, you went so bad. Listen, if you know me before, you see me today, you will see I be solo. I don't understand why some people say it still be coco. Child, why don't we go like out? You know, cause you not to because you bobo. May never be an argument, and it looks like a thing so bad, I'm trouble. Every day I wait for I'm good, whether inspiration be too late. I don't want to see out, money have been made. Something I never listen to on my bed. Day by force, you go to follow day, trust me, not see. One week of this, no, catch a bandana. I don't let them walk out, make a Santana. Freestyle, don't check any speed. Some say I'm good, stop all that I post. I'm a taco. Challenge me, I'm a soon more than super cool. I'm a taco. Batman with the block. I'm a taco. Mr. Boss with a dance. Come on, happiness, I'm a taco. Now everybody surprised. How come? It's like you see a Roma. Then say we from the ghetto, but the president of Ghana. No, my smoker. That be the plan for the land. The man no play just we got command. Shut up with nomination. I know the light, go check the population. I won't go with no long time. All my boys, congratulations. The hustle for you. Yes, but we are gonna reach our destination. Starboy when I post from head to toe. I'm a taco. Challenge me, I'm a soon more, yes, so I'm a taco. Batman with the block. I'm a taco. Mr. Boss with a dance. Come on, happiness, I'm a taco. Starboy when I post from head to toe. I'm a taco. Challenge me, I'm a soon more, yes, so I'm a taco. Batman with the block. I'm a taco.
We've tried to liberate the people of the world, and I don't know.
Freedom. Shatta. My name is Shatta Wale. Freedom. Freedom.
Brother said the only response we can give to him is that we apologize for the situation, and because of this we're not going to spend much of the time this afternoon. In about 10-15 minutes, based on your questions and based on responses that will come from us, we should be saying goodbye to ourselves, so we can have a little bit of a socialization down there, so we leave here. So let us start this way. We have to acknowledge the presence of some of the artists signed on to Zylofon Media, who are also seated here to observe today's occasion. And you would want to also know some of the names on the high table, the personalities on the high table, and right after that we will tell you the purpose of the gathering, what is in our sitting, and after that we can say goodbye. Okay, so over here, our sitting, or better still on our high table, we have two top stars here on the high table. And the top stars, I'm about to introduce them. Okay, so Miss Becca also just joined us. Please put your hands together for Miss. I think I've also seen the militants. Yeah. So militants, please, where are you? I can only see one. I can only see one here. Hey. All right. And I've also seen Pop Skinny. Pop Skinny, what's up? Yeah, he's the chairman. Okay, so once again, back to the business. I'm telling you that here on the high table, there are two superstars on the high table, and I will introduce them accordingly. First is the man who has made it possible for us to be here this afternoon. His toil, his investment, in fact his brains, that is why we are seated here this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, with much applause, help me welcome Nana Abia, and the next superstar, Ghana's foremost musicians. He's saying everything music business has to give to a personality. In fact, he's done everything until we all agreed that this is the time for us to start a business together. He calls it a marriage, and I'm loving that vibe. I don't know whether he is the she or we are the she. So Shatta Wale, aka Charles is the superstar, and he says something briefly before we really come to tell you the business of the day.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for being here today. Today is a lovely day. When I woke up today, I thought it was Christmas though, because you know it has always been my dream for 10 years now to get under a record label. And you know, I've been telling my fans, you know, we're still looking up to someone who has got that willpower to really stir this Shatta movement and journey. I just would want to say that with much respect, you guys have really been of help to my career. You guys have really supported me no matter what. I know a whole lot of media personnel are in this house. Ashes is my man. We've been quarreling for years now, but he's here today to support me. And he advised me 3 months ago and told me if I would, put my, feet down well, things could happen for me. And I think I like that to Ashes, So you can see I have Bulldog right here. I have Bulldog right here. I have some effects here. Zylofon is going to be my house. All the artists in the house are going to be my brothers and sisters. We're going to have a party. Yeah, I'm going to put stuff small. But basically, let me just tell you one thing. I love to be around a family like this, and that is why I'm here. So I love you, Shatta Wale.
Alright, thank you. So I'm also thinking that it will be honorable for the landlord to welcome us before we can start playing, because if the landlord doesn't welcome us, anytime we start playing, the ball crosses to that zone and we wouldn't be able to go there for the ball. So ladies and gentlemen, let's with much honor, let's welcome Nana Pia Mensah number 1 to welcome us. They will tell you the agenda of the day.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, number 1.
I don't know whether I should just go ahead and give it a shot. Go straight to the program, or you just want me to give a prelim comment? Okay, all right. Would want to officially. So you've had a lot of welcomes, but I want to officially welcome you to Zylofon Media, Zylofon Music, and its associate president. Now, we're excited that you are here. We must say we are very privileged, and we pray and hope, that we have a very successful, show that is going to leave an indelible mark, on the tenets of history. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Nana Piamesa, for welcoming us. Again, let me give reference to some of our artists who are also not here with us. We all know Stoneboy is not here with us because he is attending to some international duties in USA and in Jamaica as well. We also know our actress Benedicta Gaffa, as well as Zinel Zoo, Bibi Bright, James Gardner, the rest of the people, and as Sima Brew is also not here part of our label. And I can tell you that though they are not here physically, spiritually they are here with us supporting whatever we are doing. So the business of the day is simple. I believe news went out some days ago that Shatta Wale was coming to Zylofon Media. At that time, management did not see the need to officially talk about that because proceedings were not done, deals were not sealed. Now this is the right time. Everything is done, and we can now officially and with all authority come out to say that from today, Zylofon Media and Shatta Wale are one, and we are working together. Thank you so much. It is as simple as such. And maybe on this note, I will hand over once again the microphone to Shatta Wale to listen to his acceptance speech of the deal, as in confirming that really and truly everything we've said here this afternoon, that Zylofon Media has now inked a deal with him. He has really accepted it, and we will take another final message from our boss, what we intend to do with Shatta Wale moving forward. I know somebody will argue that but Shatta Wale has done everything in his musical life, so what then again is there for him to push? There are so many things there for him to push. Yes, Ghana, Shatta Wale has conquered Ghana, no two ways about that, but we believe that when you go to the international space, there are so many things you and I have to do as a nation, not only Shatta Wale. In our music business, there are so many things we have to do internationally. And this is where we believe that when Zylofon Media supports this young man with the resources and with his talent, we can now conquer the world, because Ghana, we are done with it. So guys, let's welcome Shatta Wale to listen to his acceptance speech of this deal.
Well, thank you very much once again. That's how they talk to him, boss. You are talking to him, Shatta. I like control, but you don't control me small. Sammy, with all respect, I just want to say I'm so glad of being here. Like, I really want to be here. Like, now, I even want to record now, because I want to work, and this is one thing I just want to tell everybody, that people have painted a picture about Shatta Wale that he can't work with anybody. He can't really go under any record label. I have accepted everything that I saw in the contracts from Zylofon, and I'm really going to abide by it, because I feel I have so much love that people feel I have a talent that, maybe I need to tame myself, I need to calm down, I need to do stuff. And this is the reason why I want to join this whole family. And let me tell you a story. People will be wondering, I know Becca is my friend, she's like my ex. Sure, don't worry, it's okay. He's my ex, class 2. I live around East Lagos. And I'm saying this because I want people to know that there are certain people in this world who have who have gotten good hearts to help people. I went to buy ice cream. I was actually buying one for Michelle, but I wasn't hearing from her, so I just bought my ice cream. And that day I was feeling nausea. I wasn't feeling myself. I was driving and I was feeling dizzy and I was alone. I left my boys in the studio and something just said, "Oh, park in this corner and try and vomit." So I just parked and I was vomiting. It was so bad. Like, you know, I was, where am I going to? Why is my voice? Oh my God. So, I was there, like I was down and I was just throwing up like, you know, in a corner, you know, I just parked my car, you know, because of the way my fans do, right now they've been catching me, so I don't want to put my number plate on the car, so I was just parked, so, you know, before I realized there was this flashlight, and I was like, who is this, because I don't want anybody, because I was on my Kepto, so I was like, and the person was like, young man, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay, but he saw that I was like, feeling somewhere, this man just came down, held me. I was like, do you want to go to the hospital? Are you okay? And, you know, when I raised my face, he was like, oh, Shatta. I was like, oh, boss. He said, oh no, come, let me take you to the drugstore so you buy something. I said, oh, boss, he said, no, let me just take you. There was no other man than this man. I never knew he was Zylofon. I never knew where he came from. I only saw him getting out from a car, and he bought me my drugs, took me home, and told me he was the owner for Zylofon. And I was like, yeah, all right, then I'll call him tomorrow. And we started calling ourselves, only for me to wake up one day, for him to tell me that, I get talent too much, come join the family. I love you, boss. God bless you all.
Okay, so that was the story of Shatta Wale, how he met our chairman, Nana Apia Mason. Alright.
As I said earlier, I'm very much privileged, you know, to be in your midst, especially being called upon to address, you know, your good selves. Well, I hardly did you know, anticipate that he was going to come share this story with the world. You know, but once it's done, that he leaves me with no option than to say a very big thank you to him. It is not everybody that feels the need, you know, to appreciate. I was trying to get a more diplomatic word, but once you spelled that out, yeah. I mean, it is not everybody that sees the need to appreciate. I mean, a gesture or an act of generosity. So I would also want to say a very big thank you to him, you know, for heeding onto my call, you know, when I you know, met him. Now, this is what I have to say on the subject of the day. Now, there's been a lot of questions, like, you know, a million questions that people want to know. Where is the Zylofon train leading us to? It looks like time and again, day in and out, you know, to borrow one of our media people's ways. We always, virtually every Friday, wowing the public, you know, but they don't exactly, you know, see the vision. It's kind of like very vague, all right. But I to all those who share in that assertion, I have news for you, and the news is like pretty simple. It's still an act in progress. It's still a vision in progress. Very soon, the fog, you know, would kind of like be very clear. There will be sunshine, and the picture will be visibly clear for everybody to see what kind of image we're trying to paint. Whether it is Shatta's image or Stoneboy's image, you know, the picture will be very visible soon. Now, to his signing, I mean, what went in and out? I mean, what got us to like settle on wanting to sign one of the biggest and then the greatest art of our time. You know, I cannot go into the intricacies of it, you know, because some of the reasons are kind of like very personal and confidential. But the few that I can share with the public is that, I mean, his credibility when it comes to his professional endeavor is not in question. All right, here is, you know, one great act that we have seen in our lifetime, and we think that deploying the principle of synergy, if one person is undertaking, you know, an endeavor, he or she can do it to a certain limited extent. But if more than one decide to merge forces, all right, and then we'll put together our weaknesses and our strength, you know, we can even achieve more. Now, this whole creative art thing for me is not like a business that, fine, it's a business that we're looking at breaking even and how to make profit. But for us, you know, it is, the emphasis is not on that. Now, if you watch the world over, People have stopped, nations have stopped fighting wars of conquest. You know, nations have stopped deploying horses and chariots and missiles and what have you, fighting wars of conquest in a bid to conquer territories. The days of Alexander the Great and all those people is far gone. Now what is happening unconsciously that a lot of us aren't privy to is the war, of cultural imposition. War of cultural imposition. What is this? The only reason why Africa got colonized was because, the West and our colonial people made us believe that our culture is inferior to theirs. And then they were able to unconsciously embed their cultural values and alterate into our subconscious being. And so today now, there is a huge campaign for made in Ghana stuff, trying to reverse the trend. But it is kind of late. But it is a trend that we can change. And how do we change this trend? We can only change this trend through art and culture, which directly translates into trade and commerce. It's translating into what's it called? One nation, making its cultural values transcend its borders. Now, we live in Ghana where people feel that today, the whole idea and then the whole notion that everybody had about Nigeria has completely changed. And they've been able to achieve that through music. Apart from it being very, profitable and it being a multi-million industry, the country stands, to gain more than, whoever is doing it. So therefore, I would call on all and sundry today that this move is very historic, this move is very strategic. It is not a move for me, it is not a move for Sam, it is not a move for Budok, it is not a move for Zylofon, it is a move for Ghana. It's a Ghana agenda. A lot of people would be wondering why we have Stonebwoy, and I've had so many tweets to that effect. Why we have Stonebwoy and then yet want to sign Shatta Wale. The competition should not be in and among ourselves. The competition is Ghana, against the world. We're trying to sell. We are going to sell, just as my brother said, he's going to transcend borders now. We're going to take him global, because he's phenomenal. He's got immense talent, just like all these other artists have. And we are going to take them global and then get them to portray, our cultural values. So tomorrow, maybe 5 years, we're looking at 5 or maybe 1 year or 3 years down the line, you should get somebody in Afghanistan, wanting to not wanting to deploy and or utilize any kind of textile into getting a clothing, but then they would want to use things like GTP and ATL and then a Ghana Kente and what have you. That way it will directly translate into great economic fortunes and all gains for our country. I don't even want to talk about tourism, So the creative arts industry is one, great, huge industry that if we pay attention to, could bring a lot of economic fortunes, and then we will not only be lingering and then be having hope that tomorrow is going to happen, but we'll actually live the hope, and that hope will translate into national prosperity. Okay, now we cannot choose anybody to embark on that undertaking for us than my brother, the dancehall king, his good self, and all the other artists that we have signed onto the label. So therefore, this is the bet that I have to say. If you have any other question, it would be a good call for us to come back and then to address it accordingly.
My name is Shatta Wale. Freedom.
Joe, I want husband, I want wife. Pray for me, pastor, pray for me. Pray for me, pastor, pray for me.